Hello, friends, and welcome to the April 20th edition of Bindlestiff's Open Stage Variety Show. Tonight we continue with another experiment in our quarantainment with another pandemic performance program. Thank you for joining us tonight. I commend you on finding creative ways to celebrate the high holidays these past weeks, with masses of one and Zoom satyrs, socially distanced high fives to the jugglers who shared screens with Circus Day, which was all but virtually canceled this year. Bogarts all around, 420 is more confused than ever, and a grand celebration with Earth Day because we'll have the cleanest air in decades. And in spite of it all, tonight we invite you to cheer, laugh, and dance with us. It's going to be a glorious time. For those of you watching from multi-general households questioning tonight's content, I promise you that nothing that you see tonight will compare with what's on television or the news. Now, 25 years ago, Bindlestiff Family Circus started a cabaret in the Charleston Bar and Grill in Williamsburg, inviting circus artists, sideshow marvels, drag queens, and performance arts legends. Since then, we have toured the country, made treks to foreign lands, started youth programs in New York State, and have become a cornerstone of America's circus. Now, 12 years ago, Bindlestiff's Open Stage Variety Show began at Galapagos Art Space to provide a place for artists to create and polish work. 6 years ago, we moved that show to Dixon Place on Christie Street, which is still this show's in-person home. Dixon Place, we miss you and look forward to returning soon. Now, the open stage has always been a place for experimentation, a place to build ideas, a place to throw it at the wall and see what sticks, a safe place to explore new ideas with an amazing audience. Over the next hour, you may see art, genius, grace, skill, dedication, success, failure, gravity, joy, and play. You will see older artists trying this new medium called technology, and young artists who have had it all figured out for years. Basically, I make no promise concerning tonight's journey into our isolated world of the variety arts. What I do promise you is that you will experience more than you paid for at the admission. It feels only right to start this show with a Diablo act, though tonight the sticks are out of my hands. Our first circus act joins us from a New York City rooftop under the setting sun. While he still has enough light to see, welcome Jante Francis.
Trust me, I adore you. We're swimming through our dreams. Kiss me in the shower for a couple hours, though we're only 16. And sit down beside me, don't call me daddy, 'cause that's just weird. Promise that you'll stay here, you and I can lay here till the end of time. But girl, well, don't you worry about me. It ain't new to me, feeling this lonely, darling. Girl, don't worry about me. But if you're ever unhappy, then maybe, baby, I must let you go. Let you go. Baby, now it's best here to lay me down and rest here. Let's dream of corduroy. what you love to do, and I will watch right over you. With your heart I'll never toy, and you're the other half of me. Dream and sleep and laugh with me. Save me from myself. See, I'm a basket case until I'm able to see your face. You've saved me from myself, but girl, don't worry about me, 'cause it ain't new to me, feeling this lonely. Darling, baby, girl, don't worry about me, 'cause if you're ever unhappy, if you're ever unhappy, if you're ever unhappy, then maybe, baby, I must let you go.
Thank you, Jante. Performing 6 stories above the ground, Jante Francis. Folks, we do these shows as a gift to the world. We recognize that the artists sharing the screen tonight have had their work schedule cleansed for many months to come. Tonight, we ask those of you who can give a little bit to help support these artists. John, let's go ahead and just put up the screen. Why not? Now, you may ask how much you should give. When at Dixon Place doing the Bindlestiff Open Stage Variety Show, we ask for a $12 suggested donation. With some folks, giving $103 is no problem at all. Some, $2, $5, $10. And others, we just ask you to sit back and enjoy the laughter and cheer like crazy. We have many ways that you can give to support the artist. Use the one that's easiest for you. I like the one of texting CIRKUS to 44321. Any funds raised tonight are going to Bindlestiff and directly to tonight's artist. Now, it is a complete joy to introduce this next artist. There are those acts that require a grace, a dance in the step, a delicate balance, and the ability to swing a sledgehammer. Our next artist joins us from Chatham, New York. Using music that was composed by Nate Tucker, please welcome Logan Kerr.
Hello, lover, do you love her? Circle yes or circle no. I know we've had our problems, but I think my love still grows. We are older, we're wiser, dirty laundry's in the dryer, and I think I might expire. Watch a movie, are you tired? Hello. Hello, lover, do you love her? Circle yes or circle no. I know we've had our problems, but I think my love still grows. We are older, we are wiser, dirty laundry's in the dryer. And I think I might expire. Watch a movie, are you tired of? I'm so tired. I tried to write a letter, I tried to make it better. I tried so many goddamn things in my head, but I never asked her lover. Do you need me? We don't have to live like TV. We don't have to be so happy. I'll just see you and you'll see me. We are older, we are wiser. Dirty laundry's in the dryer. And I think I might expire. Watch a movie. Are you tired? Hello. I'm so tired. Hello. Hello. Hello, lover, do you love her? Circle yes or circle no. I know we've had our problems, but I think my love still grows. We are older, we are wiser, dirty laundry's in the dryer. And I think I might expire. Watch a movie, are you tired? Hello. I'm so tired.
Logan Kerr. She was supposed to be touring all around the Northeast right now, but instead she's coming to you across the nation, across the world on the screen. Now, Liberace once said never give an audience more than 50% new material. So tonight, for all of you regulars, you'll be very familiar with this next prop. For the newer folks, time for a little introduction. This, my friends, is one of my favorite props. It's a top. Now in a moment, I'm going to take the string, wrap it around the top, throw it and get it spinning. We'll start with the most basic, and then we'll move from there. Now this portion of the top throwing act is simply called the wind. The wind in top throwing lingo is simply a moment for the performer to look at you, the audience. Now, folks, while it's spinning on the platform there, we're going to take a moment and think about attention spans and how they've devolved over the past few decades. 40 years ago, people would watch a top spinning like this for 20 minutes at a time, thinking it was the coolest thing in the world. Wow. 17 more minutes to go. But now in 2020, people expect a little bit more excitement out of their top throwing. So in a moment, I'm going to give you just that. But first, once again, the wine. We'll just let that spin on the floor for a moment. Because you see, in the crazy of times, you'll find clowns working essential jobs. What happens when the clown dad must leave work right in the middle of a quarantine edition? Well, the kids have this one covered. Coming to you live from their COVID-19 free stronghold in Central Maryland, welcome to the screen, the Lore family. The Lore family! Thank you folks for being a part of the show and coming out here. Well, I'm so glad I have the open stage variety show because I'm kind of treating it like headlining on a cruise ship. You see, on a cruise ship, you get the situation where you get to eat, work out, hang out all by yourself in a small cabin, and only have to be on for 1 or 2 shows a week. Pretty delightful in that sense. Now with the open stage, we're also able to invite out-of-town clowns to be a part of the party. And sometimes we're lucky enough to get a family act, just like we did a moment ago. We have another one coming up. Our next entertainers join us in Phoenix, the city built upon the 5 C's: cotton, cattle, citrus, climate, and copper. And this family has added one more to that list: comedy. From the Valley Variety in downtown Phoenix, Arizona, fine folk and the littlest vaudevillian.
Ooh. Ooh.
Standing by a fruit shop on the corner, once I heard a customer complain.
You never seem to show the fruit we all love so. That's why business hasn't been the same.
I don't like your peaches, they are full of stones, but I like bananas because they have no bones.
Don't give me tomatoes, can't send ice cream cones,
But I like bananas because they have no bones. No matter where I go, with Susie, May, or Anna,
I want the world to know I just want my banana.
good job. Keep singing.
Cabbages and onions.
Hurt my singing tones, but I like bananas. I really like bananas. I think I love bananas because they have no bones.
Hey, Daddy.
Yes, littlest vaudevillian?
What kind of key opens a banana?
I don't know. What kind of key opens a banana?
A monkey.
Hey, littlest vaudevillian?
Yes, Daddy.
What do you call a pair of bananas?
I don't know. What do you call a pair of bananas?
Slippers!
Hey, Daddy.
Yes.
What's Beethoven's favorite fruit?
I don't know. What is Beethoven's favorite fruit? Banana. Banana. Take it. Not the ukulele! I don't like Darth Vader or his fighting clones, but I like bananas because they have no bones.
I don't like your humor.
Hey!
It elicits groans.
Watch it! I like bananas because they have no bones. We need you all to know the reason for our feeling. Gimme! We love bananas so because they are appealing. That was good. I don't like sopranos,
Can't take baritone.
but I like bananas. I really like bananas. I'm obsessed with bananas. So give me your bananas, or else I'll go bananas. And yes, I like bananas because they have no bones.
Yay, Valley Variety. Thank you so much, Foley, for joining us tonight. Well, folks, usually with the open stage, I take this opportunity between every act to try stuff that is not quite show ready. But in order to keep the show moving and keep it in like the 1 hour mark, we've cut most of that out. But I have been working on this one thing. I'll show you what it's supposed to look like. It's right here. So when I first started working on this, I asked the person who I first saw doing it, Freddie Kenton, whether I could do the bit. And he suggested that I could probably pull off the balance part, but spend some time learning to play violin. So during this quarantine time, I've been doing a skill share with Keita. Many of you out there probably know Keita. She plays fiddle, Keita Hofstetter. And she's teaching me everything I know about, or she knows about fiddle. And I'm teaching her how to juggle because she wants to be a part of the Bindlestiff Big Feed. I'm not going to show this tonight, but I just wanted you to know something that I'm working on. So when you see it live on screen or live on stage, you'll know how long it took me to get there. Well, folks, we're going to keep the spotlight out west. We're going to keep it in the desert. While the strip may be silenced in Sin City, there remains a certain magic hanging in the desert air. Welcome, Francis Stallings. Francis Stallings. Up in the air above Las Vegas. Those were clouds, folks, because about 15 minutes ago it was thundering, lightning, and storming like crazy. I'm glad the clouds parted for the show. Now, Bindlestiff Family Circus loves being able to create these shows where we're reaching out all around the country, all around the world, pulling in talent. But folks, our heart is really in it for those live shows where we get to see you. You get to smell and hear us. It's live entertainment at its best. I'd like to take this moment and, well, give a shout out to the venues who were missing this month, these past couple months. The first one, we're supposed to be there this past weekend. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania at the Hillman Center for Performing Arts. Hopefully we'll be there in the next year or so. We're also missing a couple fabulous conventions also out there in Sin City. Viva Fest, which happened at the beginning of the month, or should have happened at the beginning of the month. And then at the end of the month, we were supposed to have the Wild West Arts Festival. Sure wish Bindlestiff could have been there for a bit of those. And we very much miss our usual hangs. In New York City, it's Dixon Place. And in Hudson, New York, it's Club Helsinki. Our heart goes out to all these venues as they sit there empty, waiting for us all to return. Now, Bindlestiff works to be conscious of the environment. We have featured newscasters from Fox News. We have reached out to the Lorax for a lowdown on trees. And tonight, here to give you a World Zoo view, all the way from Boston, Massachusetts, from Honey Goodnow's Good Hearts Entertainment Menagerie, Funny Bunnies, Bulletin from the Burrow.
Hi, friends. Hi. I'm so excited to invite you to my burrow. Oh. Oh my goodness, this has been such an amazing, exciting time because I have news. A bulletin from the burrow. Guess what? The humans are hibernating. I know. Can you believe it? They're hibernating. It took them a good darn long time to figure out that months of sleep will do you good. Not only you good, but also us good. So I wanted to share some of the good that is happening now that the humans are hibernating. Shh, don't wake them up. It's our time. Up there, it's their time. But this is our time. And the next time you see the sky, it will be a cleaner sky. Finally, the sky over Los Angeles will be blue again. It's true. And shh. Oh, we found the dolphins are swimming around Sardinia. That's right. They're doing it on purpose. Ooh. We're all dolphinately surprised about that. And elephants in Thailand are blocking traffic. They're really pachyderming them in. Ooh. And in Wales, they've sure got their goats. They got their goats. That right? We got their. Okay. It's better when you explain it. And the boars have gone wild. They've bacon to the streets and they're hogging intersections. That's right. So this is our time. If the humans stay hibernating, then nature can get aggressive. Yes. The bees will come back and mourning doves will fly through the... Oh, speaking of flying, that's right. Butterflies will come back and they will fill the skies on their migrations to Mexico. And it's... Okay, thank you. Wait, hold on. Butterfly. I was explaining about how it's time for nature to be aggressive. But don't you worry, humans, because I am establishing ATOP, the Animals for the Ethical Treatment of People. That's right. So while we get thank you, Butterfly. So while nature gets aggressive, we will make sure that we take a... hi, Butterfly. Thank you. That's right. Are you on our side? That's right. Because nature is going to get aggressive. Yes, we're going to get aggressive. We're going to take back the straits. We're going to heal the oceans while the humans are... hold on. Okay, Butterfly, thank you. No, oh my goodness. Thank you. Oh, it's a lot for Bunny.
Thank you, Funny Bunny. Delightful. So much news in that last one. Pretty funny there, Bunny. Well, folks, we've reached this portion of the show that we call Community Bulletin Board. It's a moment where the performers and the audience get to talk about what's happening in the greater circus world. People are always wondering and thinking maybe the Bindlestiff thing is the only time to see circus, to experience it. Even though we've gone to every week, there are probably 7 days a week of stuff to do. Now, those of you at home, go ahead and in your comments on the YouTube and the Facebooks, let folks know the workshops and the shows that you're doing. And now we're actually going to start bringing up some of our performers to let you know what they're doing when they're not on our screen. We're going to start it off going back all the way to Phoenix, Arizona, Brian Foley.
Hey friends, first off, I just want to say hi to all my friends on the East Coast. I miss you, love you. It's so nice to see you this way. So, when we moved to Phoenix in 2011, we started Valley Variety, which is kind of our version of this, but you know, the Phoenix, Arizona version. So we do our streaming shows now, because we're in quarantine, on Tuesday nights, Tuesday, 7:30 Arizona time, which is presently Pacific time. So that's vvphx.com. Excited about that. Also, I have a Harry Potter show, which is wizardshowaz.com. It's for kids, and we have fun. And I'm streaming versions of that. So wizardshowaz.com for Harry Potter show for kids, and vvphx.com Tuesday nights for Valley Variety. Also, the littlest vaudevillian is on Facebook Messenger Kids, and she loves getting to know other, oh, and this is Bun Bun. So if the littlest vaudevillian and Bun Bun want to chat with your kids who are also circus kids or theater kids, contact me and we'll hook it up. All right, sending it out next. Bye.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Hi, Justin. Hi, Rowan and Sutton, Chloe, Joe, and Parker May. I just want to let y'all know I got 2 more virtual shows coming up this weekend. You can visit my Instagram for details, and that's Frances Stallings, Frances with an I and Stallings with S at the end. That's it. Thank you.
Hi there, your stage manager here, Alia, with a special announcement. If you enjoy goth folk music about things like paranormal activity, poisonous plants, mythological creatures, ensorcelment, murder, and the macabre, good news! Charming Disaster, my goth folk duo, is doing a live stream quarantine show every Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. You can tune in to that at charmingdisaster.com/live streams. We have some very special circus guests joining us this week. So tune in on Friday and every Friday, and we'll entertain you during these strange times. So I'm going to give it over to Zach and Alistair.
Hey, what's up, everyone? My name is Stephen Dow. I am one half of the Zach and Stephen duo. I want to thank you all so much for joining us tonight. Just one quick plug. We've been doing a series of quarantine shows over on Zach's Instagram. That's at Zach McAllister. We pull ideas from all the viewers through our Instagram stories, and we really try to make it about them. And we have 6 shows currently online. After we do the live show, we will post them on YouTube maybe a day or 2 later for your permanent viewing pleasure. And that's all. Keith, back to you.
Hey, Curtis, you got some shows coming up?
Yes. Am I on?
Yeah, you're on. Tell us about your shows.
I've got banjo music for hard times coming at you every Monday right before the Bindlestiff Circus at 5 o'clock. I'll be doing a short set called 5 at 5, where I will be doing songs on a theme from my Facebook page, which is Curtis Eller Music. Also, you can check out my Instagram feed or my YouTube channel to watch a series of videos I'm producing called Fireside Chats, which are messages of hope for people going through a hard time who need banjos to help them out. You'll find this all on my website at curtiseller.com.
Okay, next.
Hey everybody, Dot here with Theatrics. On Wednesday nights, our partners, Upper Valley Circus Camp and ourselves, host a juggling club online with Zoom. Sounds like fun, from 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Time. If you want to get the link, all you have to do is go to uvcircus.com, click camp schedules, and while you're there, might as well check out the camp schedules too. And then go to online classes. You'll see a juggling club and a couple of other options there too. So again, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being here. What? Sorry, I'm getting like a game of charades behind the camera right here. All right, follow us on Facebook and Instagram. We are Theatrics. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy the rest of the show too.
Hey, honey, tell us about your shows.
Oh, thank you. Hi. So if you would like to see more Funny Bunny, please tune in to or like Good Hearted Entertainment on Facebook, and we are Good Hearted Shows on Instagram. We also currently have a t-shirt campaign to support puppetry. It's Keep Calm and Puppet On! Yeah! Please also, if you like puppets, go check out Puppet Pandemic. I know. It started 12 years ago. Who knew? Now's the time. And we will be starting new puppet slams. And I would like to dedicate all of my silliness and laughs today to my beautiful friend Bernie Silver. Mwah! Mwah! Thank you!
Thank you, honey. It's me again, Elia. I'm back this time in my role as Bindlestiff's stage manager, not plugging my own show, but instead here to thank you again so much for joining us here. You know, when we do these open stage shows at Dixon Place, I come out at the end of Community Bulletin Board and I look around and see all the people out there who join us month after month. And I wish that I could see you right now, but it's so nice to know that you're here watching on Facebook and on YouTube. And I just want to remind you once again that this is a donation-based show. So anything that you're able to do to keep these shows going and help support artists whose livelihood is threatened by the pandemic and the loss of events going out into the future is so appreciated. And we love coming here every week and sharing some joy with you. So please, if you have some extra to spare, we sure appreciate it, and we will pass it along to the artists in the show tonight. Thanks so much. Now I'm going to give it back over to our host with the most, Keith Nelson.
Songs themselves can bring about a fountain of emotions, but there are those sounds, instruments, and voices that bring a special warmth. I am honored to have this next artist with us. He's a wandering minstrel, sheltering and able to join us tonight. Troubadour and musician for His Majesty the People. Welcome, Curtis Eller.
Hey, I'm really happy to be here with everybody. I know we're living in a strange world of little boxes, so I want to talk about the final box that we all end up in, your coffin. I don't know about you, but I'm a big fan of a guy named Busby Berkeley. Busby Berkeley was a choreographer. And in Hollywood, back in the 1930s, Busby Berkeley invented that magical thing where the camera pulls back while the showgirls are doing their thing. and it drifts up to the ceiling, and they look down, and all the beautiful girls have created a kaleidoscopic pinwheel pattern with their beautiful blonde legs and their cold, dead eyes. It's like a Depression-era acid trip. If you find yourself worried about death, if you find yourself not being able to sleep at night, put a Busby Berkeley flick in your VCR, Betamax, VHS, whatever you're working with, and as soon as the dance sequence comes up, you'll feel right as Roosevelt. This song's in the key of B-flat major, if you feel like dancing. I do not have to worry, because I know what's in store when the angels crowd around and cast their shadows on my door. And there will be no sorrow when they call the final dance. Well, I don't mind, because I made arrangements in advance. I left instructions for my funeral with the camera crew. Take me down to MGM, they'll know what to do. Tell these Hollywood angels the time has come to gather round, and there will be no sweeter sound. I want Marlene Dietrich singing Lily Marlene when they send me down to the front line. And if it's got to rain, well, I want Gene Kelly dancing so I can rise above my fear. Hey, look, the gang's all here. That's Carmen Miranda to wash away my blue. Or Esther Williams drinking champagne by the swimming pool. Hey, that's Rudy Valley singing in that sweet baritone. Somebody get on the phone and get me Harpo Marx up on the bandstand. I need a Hollywood miracle, a brand new show, a Busby Berkeley funeral, don't you know? I want a Busby Berkeley funeral, so these blonde-haired angels see just how we roll. Swing down Hollywood and save my soul. Call out the chorus girls to dig that hole. I want a Busby Berkeley funeral when I go. Hey mama, you heard me right. I want a rainbow shining down on me in sweet black and white. Crank up the camera and let Sam Goldwyn know. Well, it's time for me to go. When this old heart grows weak and slow, kill the house lights and hit me with that celluloid glow. All right, everybody, here we go. I want a Busby Berkeley funeral. Just me and Judy Garland going out for a stroll. Swing down Hollywood and save my soul. Call out the chorus girls to dig that hole. I want a Busby Berkeley funeral when I go. One more time, and I hope you'll sing it with me. I want a Busby Berkeley funeral, so me and Judy Garland can go out for a stroll. Swing down Hollywood and save my soul. Call out the chorus girls to dig that hole. I want a Busby Berkeley funeral. Yeah, a Busby Berkeley funeral. I want a Busby Berkeley funeral when I go. Yeah. Thanks for singing with me. I will see you again soon.
Curtis Eller. Thank you so much, sir. Well, I asked the Facebook folks earlier today whether I should do this bit live on screen. It got a resounding yes. So, folks, what I'm about to do is take an amazing, hardcore sideshow feat and combine it with one of the most nerdy-based skill toys made today. What you're about to experience, what you're about to witness, is called the Kendama Blockhead. Some of you out there may be wondering, what is the blockhead? Well, I'll quickly tell you, I'm not going to show you, but the human blockhead is a classic sideshow act that many sideshow performers have done since Melvin Burkhart put it on the planet. But they would take a solid steel nail, a hammer, and drive it all the way back into the head. We'll get to something in that realm in a moment. Now, the kendama, for those of you not familiar, is a simple skill toy, a cup and a ball sort of thing. The object with the kendama is simply to get the ball into the cup. Something like, whoops. We'll try it one more time. Like that. So the kendama blockhead is a combination of both of these elements. So friends, at this moment, I'm going to take this 6-inch spike, drive it all the way into the head. And I will attempt to get the ball into this cup. Wait one sec. So folks, in the usual tradition of the open stage, I have not practiced this in over a month. The last time it was successful was at the Mondo Juggling Fest. We'll see what happens tonight. Also in the Grand Circus tradition, I will only attempt this 3 times. So if on the 3rd attempt we fail, we'll just continue with the show. The reason for that is because if I actually achieve it and the ball goes up and lands in the cup, no big deal. Thunderous roar of applause. However, if I miss the ball, it goes up into the air. It misses the cup and drops down. It creates a little teeter-totter effect, which drives this nail up into the brain area of the head. Hurts quite a bit, but only when I miss. 3 attempts. Attempt number 1. That was 1. Second attempt. 3rd and final attempt. I guess you'll just have to come back next week and see if it happens. Originally from the mighty Midwest, our next performer came east following her dreams to be on the professional jazzercist circuit. When not on the weekend jazzercise retreats, you can find her working the social media. Coming off a self-help tour with a 14-day quarantine in Sea Heights, New Jersey, followed by a 14 quarantine in East Hampton, we find her now halfway through her current program in Bayside, Queens. Welcome, jazzercist Ellie Steingraber.
Eleven Prime Movie, normally scheduled at this time, will not be seen tonight, so we can bring you the following special programs. Welcome to the 4th Annual Crystal Light National Aerobic Championship, featuring regional finalists from all across the United States competing for the title of America's Best Aerobic Athlete.
We are the winners. Watch us win. Like the sun for the champion. We're in control, body and soul. We push ourselves to the maximum. The champions, the champions. We are the champions.
Ellie Steingraber. Ah, delightful. Jazzercist for the stars. Well done. Wish I had a powdered donut myself right about now. Well, some of you out there may be wondering how you can be a part of this magic. John, let's go ahead and just put up the screen and I'll explain. All you have to do is email me, keith@bindlestiff.org. I suggest that you send a video because spaces are becoming more and more limited as we cast our reach beyond the country into the world. And who knows just how long we will be doing the quarantine edition of this show. 1 week, 1 month, 18 months, who knows? Well, folks, I'm a fan of jugglers, for those of you that don't know. Our next duo is a practicing quarantine. They are third-year students at the Circadian School of Contemporary Circus in Philadelphia. They are both jugglers who aim to explore new ways to manipulate the everyday objects around us. They have explored tricks with vintage vacuum cleaners, toasters, 2x4s, light bulbs, pipes, and jelly. Give a loud cheer for Zach McAllister and Stephen Dowd.
Good.
Zach McAllister and Stephen Dowd. They're available for kitchen shows anytime you want. Well, friends, I hate to say, but that's the end of our show for the evening. Now, before I bring everyone back out, I want to thank you, the audience, for joining us in tonight's show. Thank you for supporting live online entertainment, and thank you for your contributions to the artist. Thank you for sending heartfelt emojis and helping us spread circus and variety around the land. Now, tonight's show would not be possible without the folks who make us look good and sound good and keeping us staying connected. Up in the booth, we have Elia Bisker and John Huntington, along with our social media managers on the Facebooks, Stephanie Monsu, and on the YouTubes, Laura Siegel. And now a big round of applause as I welcome back to the stage the cast of tonight's production. Logan Kerr, Theatrics, Francis Stallings, Honey Goodnow as Funny Bunny, Brian Foley and the Littlest Vaudevillian, Curtis Eller, Jante Francis, Ellie Steingraber, and Zach McAllister and Stephen Dowd. Now, I have been your host, Keith Nelson. This has been the Bindlestiff Open Stage Variety Show Quarantine Edition. We thank you for supporting live entertainment, and we invite you to join us next week for the next round. Stay safe, stay home, and love each other.